What's going on, everybody? This is Flash the Samurai with my brother Rakim, aka Rakimism, and this is the Project and Reflect podcast.
A safe space for creatives by creatives. Today we talked about Black love and mental health.
Yeah, and today we have very, very special guests on. We have Dr. Dom and our therapist, our very special therapist, Miss Khalliah. And this was a really dope conversation, and it was just very insightful and very, just eye-opening, man. So please stick around. It was so fucking cool. Cool intro starts now.
My name is Khalliah Bryant. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist here in Jacksonville, Florida, but I serve all of Florida. For my day job, I am a therapist who works with couples, individuals, families. And then when I go home, I'm always a mom.
For sure.
I'm always a mom.
24/7. 24/7.
Fiance. Yeah,
lovely, very lovely.
Just find our place here.
Black love.
Yeah,
love Black love. Love Black love.
100%.
And Dom himself.
Yeah, man. Dr. Dom, man.
Talk to these people, man. Talk to these people, bro.
Look, man. So, obviously I've been here in Jacksonville about 4 years. I'm a physical therapist. I came down here to do my residency program with Brooks. Did a fellowship program as well, and now I'm starting to move more into my bag, so to speak. You feel me? On my bag.
Little thunder.
Little thunder. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to.
Move your elbow. You got the people's elbow by the knockout wall.
You feel me? I ain't trying to tear nothing up too much. You feel me? Just with the words. But
talk.
But yeah, man. But I'm essentially now moving into my own space of, I just started a cash-based practice. I'm working. I've been working on this footwear company for the last couple years.
Footwear?
We gotta be careful how we talk.
Right. We know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have had us sign some NDAs.
No, we good. No, I'm saying no. We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely talk about it. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But that's really what I've been cooking up.
So what is when you talk about footwear? What do you don't mean just shoes though?
Yeah, no shoes.
So just shoes. Okay, got you.
Shoes and eventually apparel, but we're starting with the foot for sure.
Why is that important for your overall health? Where does that start at? Go ahead,
man. So essentially, if we think about footwear in general, if we look at our feet, our hands look pretty similar to our feet, right? When it comes to the shape and the formation of it, but the shoes that we wear, most of the shoes that we wear kind of have a narrow toe box, right? They're not really foot shaped. You look at these, and we have to think about, what happens to people's feet. People's feet tend to kind of come in, our big toes kind of starts to cross over. It's our foot forms the shape of our shoes,
and not the other way around.
Right, exactly. But when we think about it, we're animals, you know what I'm saying? Cheetahs don't got shoes on, dogs don't got shoes on. We were designed to function in a very specific and particular way. That's everything in our body that we have literally is for a reason. Right. It's for a very important reason. So when we think about our feet, when our toes become narrow, we lose balance. If our big toe is big as hell for a reason. It makes sense.
More than others.
Yeah, it's you know what I'm saying? No, it's keeping us balanced. And when we walk, that should be the last thing that pushes off, because there's this. I ain't trying to go too sciencey.
No. You good, bro.
For sure. But essentially, when you walk in that way, the force goes through your calf muscle. Your big calf muscle is strong. That's where it's supposed to go. But when it doesn't, it starts to go through tendons and people get plantar fasciitis, people get Achilles tendonitis, people have knee pain, and when if your feet are off, where your feet goes, your knees goes, your hips goes. So if your hips and your feet are really they're I don't want to say they're important. They're very important factors. You know what I mean? They're very important factors when it comes to your balance, your function, your moving. If they're messed up, your knees are gonna be messed up. Your hips gonna be messed up. So footwear is very important. And me as a physical therapist, learning all of this knowledge about the body and specializing and doing all this extra training and being a fly nigga,
Oh, no.
You gotta put it together. You gotta put it together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk to these niggas, man.
So that's really where it came from.
So what you're saying is the footwear that you're working on and working toward is going to be something that's beneficial for the health and also fly as shit at the same time.
Exactly.
I like that.
Okay.
What?
Triple F.
True. That's form, fashion, function. I'm still working on it. We ain't all the way there yet, but you know, we're working on those things. But I mean,
you got some designs like
bro, I have two like so. The artistry side of me is the pen. So I'm drawing and painting. That's been my thing since I was a child.
Tight.
So this is literally a childhood dream for real for me to be here.
Right.
And what's cool is that like it all started in my notebook. Like I learned a very particular thing in 2020 as I was doing my residency. Like in residency, you learn more shit than average physical therapist. You're specializing, you're learning a whole bunch of extra things. And I was blessed to go to Brooks, Brooks is really one of the best companies, residency programs for orthopedics in the country. So like I was blessed to get that opportunity, learn a bunch of cool shit, and I'm like, damn, I gotta use this. I know all these things that other doctors, physical therapists, medical professionals don't know. There has to be a way that I can apply this to fit what I love and I like, something personal for me. So I immediately began thinking, and I learned something very particular about the foot, and I was like, shit, this is it. So from then I started drawing. That kind of got me back into drawing. So I started drawing shoes, making designs, and where I'm at today, I've now figured out the process to get it done. So I'm actually close to being able to have a shoe in my hand. So
what do you think about that?
So naturally, it goes without saying that both of y'all are very stylistic people, very fashionable people.
for sure.
Living in that, how does it feel to, as a couple, both creative, both artistic, and both in the
medical field,
so to speak? How does it feel to cross off milestones together?
It's fun.
Fun as hell, man.
That's the word. It's fun. It's exciting. We play off of each other.
Okay.
So I'll see him do something. I'm like, let me get right. Let me, what I'm saying? Let me tap into my works and let me, fine tune myself. And he'll see me do something. Next thing I know, he's doing the same thing. As far as creating or working on something. For sure. Like we recently did the Black Arts Market or the Black pop-up shop. The Black Business
really
pop-up shop.
All Things Diamond LLC, shout out.
All Things Diamond. And I had already had my stuff created, like my table and my banner and things like that. And next thing I know, he's over there working on.
Yeah, you got to get it right. You feel me? When you got somebody in your house that's going hard, it's like you feed off of that. That's what's so fun. Yeah. It's like we're really a team. It's like. And as we're growing in our individual things together that are collective, we're in the same space. It's like we literally do the same job with a different area of the human being, specifically the mind, specifically the body, but they definitely cross. And literally, like when it comes to our points and our purpose. I was like, get your posture together.
Wait, because I was not professionally ready for this.
Close your shirt up.
We're gonna take it.
You're at the doctor's office.
Right.
Hey man, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
That's
so
crazy.
Like when we first met, it's almost like we were both scheming. Like,
what if we really came together? I like what you do.
I like
we can kind of do something.
That could fit into what I want to
could work.
Yeah. So.
That's fucking tight. Do y'all ever think about opening a practice together? Yo,
yes. Hey,
I just feel like anything that I'm about to ask them, they've already been. You know what I'm saying? So the people don't know it.
That's one of the first conversations we had.
That's fucking tight, bro.
What would it look like for both of us to come in? Physical therapy, mental health therapy, come together and
all under the same
same roof,
man.
And just what I'm saying. Once you get done with your physical therapy, come work on your mind.
Right.
So
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so important, and how our worlds cross over even more is that. So obviously when we got together, we just saw the shared interest, right? But what's interesting, within physical therapy, there does become an overwhelmingly mental part of physical therapy for a lot of people, and especially people who because pain pain is something that really does come from your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, so the chronic pain population is somebody who, like, you know, just people who you may call hypochondriacs. People who you may look at like, man,
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
right? Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with them, man.
Get your stupid ass up. It ain't nothing wrong.
No, exactly. I'm saying, but it's like, but that's how it looks. That's how we feel. But literally, what they're dealing with because of their mental, because of whatever you want to call them, you know, because their mental starts to exacerbate into physical symptoms. So it's not so much like my knee is broken, my ACL is torn, I have pain, and my brain is creating pain. So with that, when I treat those patients, I need to refer them to a mental health therapist.
Right. First and foremost.
Exactly.
Because, because there could be some actual pain there, but your mind is telling you that there's so much pain there that it may be you may be putting more stress on your body from your mind that way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, for those people, I can't say, hey, let's do 3 sets of 10. Let's do these exercises. I have to talk to you. I have an hour to talk to you. I have to talk to you. I have to assess you physically to make sure that, okay, nothing actually is physically wrong. And I have to use tests and signs and symptoms to tell, if this is more coming from a mental thing. And if it is, you know, I've been trained to treat those patients, but I always part of the treatment.
Specialty.
It's all holistic.
It's not,
at the end of the day.
Well, I would say, especially from the standpoint of like treating, like doing the physical treatment of somebody who's in, like, to reduce their pain. But a big part of that is their mental state. Like, you know, for some people, some people may just have more pain, and I can just do these 4 different types of things in my therapy. Basically a biopsychosocial approach, a holistic approach. If I'm working on your exercises, I may structure in a fashion where I'm trying to expose you to something that you may be fearful of, potentially. Like I'm not just saying do exercise. I may have you work on building up your activity tolerance in a specific manner. You know what I mean? So there's different ways we'll do it, but that is to treat the mind, not the body.
Yeah.
You know, so but for that, we have to work together.
But so I guess my question is, how much in a percentage wise is it mind in comparison to body itself?
Well, so I would say, so in general, when it comes to somebody who's injured, somebody who has pain, there's always going to be a mental component. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the mental is the cause of the exacerbation of the symptoms.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's a little bit different. So it's like, so for example, I may hurt myself, and like, think about Derrick Rose. I hurt myself. I have a mental block, you know, because I'm fearful of injuring myself again. So there's a mental component to his rehab, because he has to be mentally ready so that his mind and his body can be confident when I'm moving around, so I don't actually hurt myself. But on the other side of the spectrum, there may be somebody who literally their pain is not because I have a cut. It's not because something is injured, because when you get touched, signal gets sent up to the brain. Brain lets you know I got hit here on my left knee. But for some people, how it happens is just that the brain is just sending signals as a protective response. It's just like the brain just starts sending a bunch of signals.
Yeah.
It's like my left knee, nigga.
Exactly.
It's like you're looking at your injury like,
exactly.
I'm hurt.
Exactly.
Like,
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and so where do you come in as far as, you know what I'm saying, getting someone to see that and being like, yo, look, this, you may be hurt, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Like,
so like that part I haven't gotten there yet. That's something that we're gonna have to work together.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because you know, he knows all about it.
Working on that yet? Like I'm thinking,
we've done it though. We've done it.
We've
worked with somebody.
We probably had one or two people to cross our paths that we work with, and we were able to help the mind and
the body. We worked in concert.
Oh, so y'all have already ran this experiment to see, you know what I'm saying, how it worked. That's
I ain't gonna agree to that, but you know,
right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, because you can't really fully say. Yeah, got you. Okay.
Yeah. Can we experiment on folks?
Right.
Fair enough. More so from the standpoint of, I mean, this is a common interdisciplinary care format that's done, like physical therapists, mental health therapists, but you know, we've done some pro bono work just to help somebody out, and who needed both that mental and the physical.
Right.
We really helped them. So
because at that time I wasn't working with them on their injury stuff.
Right.
It was the impact that injury had on them.
Exactly.
So like the depression that came with not being able to function like you used to do, and like how it happened, how the injury happened, and all the anxieties that came along with that.
Exactly.
So I helped that person through those anxieties and being able to view the world as a safe space, like you can still move on, like you can, and here's how you can, by this way of thinking. So that's
some wild shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
And on that same note, Khalliah, I wanted to ask you specifically, we all laughed at Flash's comment about it's part of the black experience, the black culture, to not really take healthcare or really in the whole household serious. It's kind of like a joke. There's nothing wrong with you. We brush it off. So with that said, with y'all both being healthcare professionals, how often do you find yourself kind of subconsciously or intentionally diagnosing people's problems?
Ooh, that's hard not to.
Talk to her.
Once you know, once you see it, once you know, it's like, dang, you got that. Ooh, you depressed. Ooh, you got anxiety. Ooh, you.
What does that look like, though?
Like particularly like with, you know,
Answer
person
his
to
question
person.
first. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Answer his question first.
So when I'm talking to somebody, if I don't know you, I can kind of tell just by how you refer to things, how you are feeling, things that you complain about constantly, or if you're just a general like high-hearted person, like you're a high-spirited person, like, okay, you know, they know how to cope well, versus somebody that's always complaining, versus somebody that sees the negativity in things. So I see that every day when I'm talking to people.
I'm sure.
You know, day to day. So it's, and it's crazy because it's like people know that you're a therapist or physical therapist. People know that you like talking to people too.
I just like to talk too much about it, bro.
I'm gonna see him on the show. Hey, doc, my shoulder. Just
hey, man, we're gonna talk about
We
it.
be in public and he be diagnosing people walking down the street.
It's hard, bro. It's hard, bro.
I'm
You
sure.
can't. I mean, it's hard. Not, I mean, I try not to be annoying about it, but it's like when you see, you like, damn,
that nigga got tendonitis.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I know he hurt, man. I know he
Boy,
hurt. I know that man hurt, man. I just want just come talk to me, man.
Right.
This is right.
Yeah.
And people would just come up to us and like start telling us their whole life history. I'm like, man, I did not sign up for this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that answered your question, like what that may look like. I'm just to the point now where I have to set those boundaries because I don't want to talk about that stuff all the time.
That's one thing I wanted to ask. Like, how do you, as kind of like a mental health person, you know what I'm saying, able to set up those walls to where they don't affect you when you come home?
It's hard.
You know what I mean?
It's hard, especially when you work from home, because I work from home too. Yeah, so I come out the room.
Right, you still in the crib.
I'm at the crib. I'm like, golly, this person just dumped all their deep, dark secrets on me,
In
and
the living room.
Up in the office,
in my safe space.
Right. It's times where he had to come upstairs and check on me, and I'll be in there like, woosah.
Right.
I have to like literally cleanse that off of me and leave it there. It's hard. It's really hard, but over time I've got much better with the disconnect, being able to disconnect and detach from my clients and in a healthy manner, because I still care about it. I think about them. Anytime I'm sitting to myself, I'm thinking about how can I help my clients in a better way the next time I see them. I'm constantly looking up articles and watching videos and like, I can help my client with that the next time I talk to them.
So a tough question, and I have to go here just because it's real life. Is there times where you can't help someone?
Yeah.
And it turns out for the worst, and more so, and we don't have to go as far as suicide, don't get me wrong, but people do go down that spiral, down that rabbit hole of just, I'm never going to get myself out of this. You ever come across that?
Well, I've never caused anybody. Hopefully, I've never caused anybody.
Oh my God.
I ain't trying to lead nobody down the wrong path.
Definitely not on fucking wood, please.
It's like, when it comes to mental health, if you're ready to change, if you're ready to get better, you're gonna buy into it. You're gonna go to the person that you seeking help from. You're gonna say, "Help me. I'm ready for help." You know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and that's But there are people that think they're ready.
Hold on, real quick, Kyle. We have to get a soundboard. Can we get a soundboard? God damn, fucked.
But there are times where people think they're ready, and I start hitting them with them deep questions, and they start thinking of their past. I start bringing up things that they repressed, and they're like, "Oh." I've had clients after that first 1 or 2 sessions, they won't come back. It's too much. You know, it's too much to think about. It's too much work that you have to do.
Right.
People come to therapy thinking, oh, they're going to fix me, or they're going to fix my kid, or fix my husband, or whatever.
And is it essentially about fixing yourself?
Is it about fixing itself?
Well, the person the person that is talking, because like they come to therapy thinking, damn, like they're gonna fix me.
Yes.
But you have to do that work on your own. You know what I'm saying? Outside of therapy to even be able to. You know what I mean?
And it boils down to empowering the client and letting them know, like, you are the expert to your life. So I can tell you, I can give you little tips. I can drop some gems on you. It's up to you to take it home and apply it to your own personal life. Because I'm only here an hour with you a week.
Right.
You got to live your
same.
life.
Yeah, that's not the same.
So,
as,
you know, it's really up to them on, you know, that's their investment. And I just like working with people who are ready. Like, that's my, you know.
Because they're willing.
Yes, they're willing, they're ready, they want to change, and they're just like, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm tired of these maladaptive behaviors, so I want to change. What can you do? Help me. And that's, you know, I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna lay it on you. What's up? Try this. Go home, write this down. And there are people, you know, going back to what you were asking, there are people that just, it's just too much, that, or they can't see past their own problems. They can't like envision a better life for themselves because they've either been in it too long and they just can't see the hope. But
there's
all
just
you
so
need
many
is that
people
little bit.
like that. And I'm sorry that I'm reacting the way I do. I'm just knowing the people in my head who are literally in their own way consistently and just will never actually step aside and be like, damn, these are problems that I'm facing and I don't know how to like get past them. Like, you know what I mean? Because they're so like, nah, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to face these. I'm going to act out in a certain kind of way because this is what's going on and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
So on that same note, the question for both of y'all, does the ideal client, is that different for the two of y'all in y'all's profession?
You have an ideal client?
You know, what I will say, I think that ideal client, I think that this kind of goes for the both of us, is that, when we talk about change, like, that person being ready for change because we're still both dealing with changing behaviors. Like, well, we're trying to help change people's behaviors. We have those people who are ready. If somebody comes to me for physical therapy, if they're ready to buy in, if they're ready to listen, and obviously I have to do my part in being professional, educating them appropriately, and doing my job, and putting, you know, letting them know that they're with in a safe space and with a professional who's going to actually help them. So we have to get there first. But I mean, like, ideally, I mean, we want somebody who comes to therapy and that is ready to do the work.
You don't want to work harder than a client. Like, I'm not trying to force you. Like,
it can't work. It can't
talk to these niggas, man. Come on, man. Look, come on, bro.
Y'all better sign up after this now. You better get you a therapist.
I'm saying,
Jesus Christ.
I'm dead ass, like, thinking about it.
Y'all better pull your notebook out.
And it does get to a point where I see a client's not willing to do the work, and I be like, this not for you. Like, maybe you need to take some time, live a little bit more, and when you're ready, come back.
Right.
But I'm not gonna take your money. Like, I'm not trying to.
That's what's important, and that's why it's great to have black women in those type of positions, because black women understand that, like, when you're not ready for something, you know what I'm saying, I need to pull myself out of this because now I'm gonna waste both of our time, and I've never experienced that with anybody else but black women. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's type of, like, that's a different type of love, honestly. You know what I mean? And that's to a stranger. Right. You know what I mean? You're literally doing us both a service by pulling yourself out of that situation, because what I'm giving you, you're not going to be able to receive right now. You know what I mean? And that's just very important.
And it's not to say it's only black women or only women.
I'm just talking about my experience.
Because I feel like men do it in a different way. Men do it by distracting themselves or doing other things. That's how they pull away.
But is that as healthy as being able to communicate it, though?
Great question.
Yeah. Is it healthy?
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't we will pull ourselves out, but we ain't going to communicate that we pulling ourselves out. We just do it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, is it that much worse?
You feel me?
It depends on the relationship. Like, if you,
but that's what I'm saying. These are strangers to you, is what I'm saying. That's why that's important, because you talking to strangers. We do that to the homies, like you know what I'm saying. Sure, like that's just, you know what I mean. And we do it to our women, like, you know what I mean, to where things get heavy and we'll just all right, I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. Just bounce. You know what I mean?
And that's what we were just talking about this recently. That's what therapy is. It's the art of communication. Teaching the art of communication. Because people that's what we do, right? Like, that's how we have to survive. We have to be able to communicate, whether it be sign language, whether it be gestures, and people don't know the basic fundamentals of how to communicate effectively. You know,
effectively is the key word there.
Right.
Yes.
Effectively is the key word there.
Exactly. It's like, you know that motherfucker over there is upset. Why you gonna bother them?
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you and
it's
you
beyond just words too. It's being able to read into, read other body language, read when someone's upset, be able to notice when you get on somebody's nerves,
and knowing how to respond to them. You know what I'm saying? Being upset in that situation, knowing what to say to them for it to get to garner a certain kind of response that keeps this conversation or this session moving forward.
Yep.
You know,
and listening is a big part of that.
Absolutely,
as well, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So does all this profound knowledge help y'all parent better?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
man,
I'd say y'all
start with that.
You're right. I'd say y'all
and get your mind right.
Right.
There you go.
Straighten your feet, straighten your mind. Damn it,
You good?
I don't even know where to start.
Top
with
to bottom, baby.
Like, because Lord knows I love my parents. They tried. They did what they could with what they had. You know,
y'all got some keys that our older generation did not have.
Yeah,
a lot of people do not have.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And
Even people in our generation that do not. Go ahead.
Right. And I always say, like, with the families I work with a lot of older people, which is a blessing. And it's like, dang, I'm working with the old heads. Like, okay, I know something. So I'm working with parents who are like, fix my kid. They are tripping. And I'm like, look, you grew up in a time where you had to focus on survival. You had to pay the bills. You had to fight racism. You had to, like, you know what I'm saying? All
so many other different aspects going on.
We are so blessed now that we can sit on our phones and look up how to be more effective communicators. We have social media where we can communicate. We're learning constantly. So we have that benefit. So why not use it? And, that's how I'm able to bridge the gap with, my parents and other, elders, and being able to, tie
That's
it up
crazy.
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like from a parental standpoint, I think that because we have just a deeper understanding of the human being and the human form, I think with both of our professions together, like our knowledge base, it's like I feel like we're able to be very understanding people, like let people be in their bag and and as we're rearing a child, it's like, okay, we're understanding. For one, if we're talking just about the book, we may understand, okay, at this time he should be doing this certain thing, but I mean, we're taking an extra step to make sure that we are everything that we're doing, everything that he sees, it's important. Because we talk about, people know that you shouldn't be arguing in front of your kids. We know that you shouldn't be doing certain things in front of your kids. But when you have a different level of understanding, you're able to take a little more care in that, and really just like,
it boils down to every action. Like, if I'm mad because something, I don't know, my technology not working, or like I'm having a bad day, I have to be mindful. Because I'm showing my son how to respond when they're having a bad day.
Teaching him.
Like, I'm showing how a healthy way to respond whenever somebody makes you mad, or like whenever we going at it.
Exactly.
It's like, how are we showing our child healthy conflict resolution?
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
That every little thing. Because our son, he'll end up doing something that we don't want him to do.
Yeah, he be watching it, boy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know what would be a good example.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
It's crazy because
he called Lord Jesus Christ.
Being a therapist.
Don't get me in trouble on TV now.
Right.
Oh my God.
No, I'm being a therapist. I'm more so the one to be, expressive.
Right.
I call it. He's more chill.
So what I will say is I've got a chance to meet you guys' son, just just in passing, of course, and where I work and whatnot. That young king is very well behaved in public. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show the work that you guys do. You know what I mean?
dog.
Behind the scene. No.
My dog.
And then, like, he's just coming in. He's just looking around. Just
He's so cool. He's the coolest.
Like-
I'm sorry, y'all.
he's
kids.
mad chill. Like,
Not cooler than mine.
No, bro, I don't know. I don't know that boy.
I'm saying some cool kids out there, but he different in
That
his
boy
own
different,
right.
bro.
Like, every
Right,
kid
right.
is different, but like
Right.
he different.
different.
It's like all parents be saying, "My baby's special." But I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
trying to tell y'all.
Y'all wait, man. With 2040, you might be looking at that boy. He might be doing. Y'all might
be
see
doing
him.
big things. You
Absolutely.
heard?
Might see him.
I don't know. He got that glow, man.
Yeah, nah, like I'm literally like I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't turn around. This man over here getting plastic silverware. I was like, he doing better than me. Just like, no, man. It was just really cool just to see. You know what I'm saying? Where I know y'all are at. And watching the offspring of where that's coming from, and just seeing that household outside of it, you know what I mean, to come into fruition, and it just looks very smooth. Of course, on the outside looking in,
Right.
it looks smooth,
Right.
but you know,
We be that bitch spinning like Cuba Gooding Jr.
It looks sweet. Fight for our life.
Punch the air.
Fight for our life.
Jesus,
for real.
man.
yeah, no, it's really dope though to see. It's just black love, man. I love it, bro. That shit is beautiful, you know.
Glowing example.
All
All right, so who do they craft better?
Huh? You always
Who
ask
do
this
they get? No,
question.
I got to, because I be having to get ignorant. Who do they craft better? Who better?
I do.
Talk. Why?
Nah, bruh. I'm in my bag right now.
Talk to him.
I'm in my bag right now.
I'm gonna tell you this. No, you know what I will say. Like, no, she's the one. When I say
She Neo.
yeah, she.
But you're him.
I guess she the one. No,
I had to beat you to the punch.
No.
Got
Because I
to.
feel like that was something he would say.
No.
She's the one, but I'm him.
No.
Yo, I love it.
No, I would say no, definitely. Like I say that because I feel like I be feeling like I see her potential
Yeah.
more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm watching her, and obviously, you know, she's in her best. She's doing amazingly, but I feel like I see much more of her. Not that she sees of herself. Not that she doesn't see,
No.
but it's just like, you know. So
That's the beauty of
Yeah,
it.
you always see how far somebody can go.
Right.
You know
And
what
that's what I
mean?
need. I need somebody to like, no, you can really go further
Take
than
this shit
this.
to
You
the
can
next
really
level.
go
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, dang, for real?
for sure.
Right.
And I know it. I'm
Because
just
you be
like,
feeling
for
like,
real.
damn, I think I'm at a good level, and then somebody just be like, nah, you go, keep going,
Keep
like,
going.
you know,
Go on,
but-
man.
man,
Go on.
that's fine, man. I need
Yeah,
that.
for sure. But I'm that nigga though.
Talk.
Hey, man.
Anyways,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know,
I'm gonna let you cook.
you know, but what I will say, if I'm gonna talk a little bit of shit, I feel like within my space. So for one, when it comes to what I've done in the field, like, you know, being a black man, being 30 years old, being a fellow, like a fellow is the highest level of education that any medical professional can get. Like, and within physical therapy, you know what I'm saying, there may be, I don't want to put numbers on it, but like maybe like 2,000 in the country,
Okay.
or you know what I mean. But with that, it's like, and there's not that many black people. I mean, I can maybe count on my hand of maybe 10, you know, 10 or more or so in the country. So it's like, you know, it's like because of what I've done, I feel that responsibility to just keep going. Like, I feel like I have to be the one. I got to be the. If anybody has to do it in the field, I got to do it. If anybody has to be the one to represent other black people, I have to be the one. I have to bring everybody else along. So it's like. So I have to talk my shit. I have to feel.
What makes you feel that responsibility, though?
Well, you know, so this is the thing. So it's like, so for one, you know, everybody has a natural, innate, inborn spirit that they just know the vibe, and they've moved in their life to like understand how they've come to be and what they need to be working on. Like, I know what my passion is.
I know what you just said is you was
Yeah,
in the midst of like
yeah.
unraveling something.
For
I
sure.
know where you was going with it. Go ahead.
No,
though.
but sure, no, but basically, so it's like, I feel like, so for one, I feel like, answer your question, I feel like I found my passion. So because I found my passion, and I have garnered this amount of knowledge, I have a responsibility for when disseminated, have a responsibility to make sure that, you know, other people have this opportunity. Because if I am in a place before other people that want to get there, I feel like it's my responsibility to make sure that they have that they can get that as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's
great
my
power.
bar. Yeah, great power, great responsibility. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've got two actually.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned taking on responsibility, great power, responsibility. From a mental health standpoint, what is it like to stand by and watch somebody do that to ensure they don't topple under the weight?
Keeping them in check in a sense.
That's a good question, because he think he's Superman out here. He is, but it's like we can't do it alone, and
Facts.
so
Superman had the Justice League.
For sure.
yeah, I gotta support you, and I have to like make sure you're good. Or else we all gonna shoot.
Yeah.
We all gonna fall over. If you not good, if one man down, you know, in the cases that he is down, that's when I have to step up and I have to play my part.
Exactly.
And do a little bit more. And that's okay, because I know that we're gonna be straight. We all have a collective understanding of what the goal is. Like, we know what we here for. So
Exactly. That's the
I hope
key.
that answers your question.
No,
We know
absolutely.
we're here
Yeah.
And then question number two, both being creatives in a sense, what is it like to watch people around you suffer physically and mentally for their art? And what responsibility do you both feel to interject into the creative here in Jacksonville and in the community?
Just
It's a good question.
Being
Love Wade
there.
Taylor questions.
Yeah, love Wade
being
Taylor questions.
available, like letting them know, hey, we here. Yeah, I know how hard it is, and you can't do this by yourself. Like, you can try, you probably can do it by yourself, but we want you to be great at it, like ultimate great. So it just being available,
Availability.
being accessible. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Availability and accessibility is not the same thing.
Think so?
I don't think so.
Well, we trying to be
Yes,
available
it's
and
here,
accessible.
but can you get to it?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
You saw where I was
yeah.
going. She saw where I was
Yeah,
going.
She felt the vibe.
She felt it.
And it's like, I feel like a very important part of that is like, it's us being in the streets, it's us being out there, it's
No,
us being
facts,
approachable.
facts.
It's like I want to be myself at all times. I'm a regular dude. You feel me? I'm a regular dude. Like, I can, you know what I'm saying, I can talk to anybody. I can go anywhere and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I'm a doctor, I have these credentials, that I don't feel that I'm going to interact with people and make these moves, because those I want to work with everybody. I want people to be comfortable to come to me and be approachable, that they can ask me questions, because we don't know the questions to ask. We don't know what's wrong. We don't know how to get better. We don't know how to do these things. We need people who are in whatever profession to tell them, to give them the answers.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. So I feel like you said, being approachable, being accessible, like,
But like to actually interject and like approach them.
right.
I don't approach them from a standpoint of a therapist. Like, hey, you need help.
Right.
But why not?
I wish.
Why not? Because I think that type of interjection of like, yo, listen, like, I watch, you know what I'm saying, it's social media, so you watch, like, you could watch somebody spiral on social media nowadays, you know what I mean, and you being able to be like, yo, look, I know, you know what I'm saying, you're going through a lot, my nigga, but come sit with me for like an hour, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So there have been times where I'll reach out to people and be like, hey man, you know, are you good?
Right.
And I see what you're going through. I've been following you or following your journey. Hey, if you need somebody to talk to,
Right.
come chat. Like, not even on no therapist client type tip, like on a community support. Like, you need,
and that's
you know
important as
what I'm
well.
saying? Yeah.
That's important as well. It's not just all professional. It's more so like, you know, this is how we're gonna keep the community together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep it from unraveling itself. You know what I'm saying? Because once we are, because I'm a mental health person that needs that type of stuff myself. So when I see people like yourself that I come across on a daily, it's more so like, damn, like, I don't even know how to approach this person about their issues that, you know what I'm saying? So if you just took the time to interject on what was going on, if you seen like a red flag, if you seen something that, you know what I'm saying, damn, this person may need a little talking to, I'm sorry, I thought you were about to say something. If you just see that person needs a little you know, like just, yo, I see you, relax. You know what I'm saying? And like those type of interactions are just very helpful, especially for artists like myself who juggle so many different things. You know what I mean? And especially like Rakimism as well. Like we juggle so many different things to where it starts to weigh on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you see me about to drop a project, podcast, love culture, Taylor Two Swordsman, all of these different things, it's like, yo, you good? You know what I mean? So it's just knowing what to look for, you know what I mean, and knowing how to that's all it is. That's just the 2 cents that I had on that.
Thank you.
Talk to these niggas, bro. Let them know. Grab them by the neck. Be like,
Yeah. Snatch a nigga up.
Snatch him up,
You
man.
need to
Like,
chill.
Yeah, right. You doing the most, nigga.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because I just don't want to give you that. I just don't want to make sure. I just don't want you to have that mom complex about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you are a mother, that's kind of something you do on the regular.
do it
You know what I mean?
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
it is kind of like a fine line between like overstepping and then just caring. Like,
Yeah.
I care about you, and I do that with my friends. Like, I'm gonna let them know, hey, bro. You wildin'. You need to chill. You know, but you don't want to overstep because that person might not think what they're doing is wrong. And so they automatically go into that defense mode, like, now who are you to tell me?
Right.
But it's a way to approach.
I'm
people.
licensed, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, I wish a nigga would.
But again, like what you said before, it's all about the person has to be ready to change.
Yep.
Like it doesn't matter like how much you may see somebody like struggling with something, and you may be able to say, hey, like,
help you with
let me
that.
help you. It's like.
Yeah, no, I got this.
Because it's like, you know, you can't give advice. Like, I can't give somebody advice really if they're not ready to receive it. You know what I'm saying?
But I can do it on my platforms. I can do it from my soapbox
I
and
just
be
don't
like,
agree
hey,
with
if you're
that,
going
though.
through this,
I can't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Like, people, because like you said, like, let's go back to the Superman concept really quickly. If somebody's trying to commit suicide and Superman saves them from committing suicide, he could be mad at you, but he still has another day.
That's
you know
life
what I
or
mean?
death.
Yeah.
You know, but my thing is, it's the same thing though, in the sense of somebody may not want any help, but you just sprinkling in a bit of help here. You know what I mean? May give them another day of like. You know what I'm saying? They may go tomorrow and be like, think about it like, damn, like this is exactly what this person said, or this is exactly what's going on, and they said it. But I denied it at first. Let me think about this a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's literally just that little bit of bug in someone's ear, like, yo, you make sure you taking some time for yourself, my G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then moving on. You know what I mean?
To your point, I think it boils down to how you approach them. If
enough.
you're coming at them like, hey, you need to chill right now, then they're
Fair
like,
enough.
what?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Right.
But you can, like you said, put a bug in their ear, like, look, I see you. I just want to let you know I see you and I see what you're going through. So stay focused, or give them those words of encouragement. And that might be the seed, you know, until they find their way. Like, you can continue to help guide them. That's cool. Yeah, I'm down with that all the way.
Facts.
So steering away a little bit from community responsibilities and things of that sort, we're just as interested and invested in y'all's personal therapy. How do y'all's how do I put this, profession serve one another's love languages, and not just each other, but y'all as single creatives, single-handedly?
Dang. Oh. So
He on your ass, by the way. Go ahead.
On your head top.
right, because my mind automatically goes back to after the pregnancy or during the whole pregnancy.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Postpartum depression is real. You know,
Man, look, boy.
He knows. No, he knows. He knows.
it's so crazy. It's like your mind is
to him.
no longer your mind. Your hormones are like, you just built a whole nother person. Like, I can imagine why that would be, but like to actually experience it and go through it, it's, I don't know.
Man.
It's a dark night of the soul. That's like that's the best thing I could call it. And if you don't have the right people around you, you will spiral. So that's why I thank God for Dominique and being able to be there with me, and his knowledge, and him reaching out to people and researching how I can help my fiance.
Hey man, take care of your queen.
Hey man, got to for sure.
You know what
Hey
I'm
man,
saying? Take care of your queen, my guy.
responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because if I'm not all the way there, I can't be a good mom.
Right.
I can't be a good fiance. I can't even take care of myself if I'm not all the way there. So that has, he has definitely helped me do that. And also knowing personally when it's time to go reach out for help. Because I think I'm Superman a lot of times. And it's really pride that, you know, I'm a therapist. I can just do therapy on myself somehow, you know?
Right. Yo, that's so funny.
Right.
Yeah.
What? I'm good. Like,
Do this on everybody else.
Right,
I'm
nigga.
good on me, nigga.
Right.
Exactly.
Until you like, no, you start feeling them feelings and you start
facts.
thinking some crazy stuff. You're like, hold up, let me go reach out to another person or another therapist, you know, for myself. So I don't know, how does that look for you? You be working out on a daily.
That would be hitting the bag and everything. I'd be seeing my guys, you know, staying in shape.
Hey man, you know, I mean, I think that you know, just trying to stay balanced, trying to stay regulated. Honestly, you know, I feel that if we're like talking about like, you know, within our regular lives, just maintaining ourselves, like, you know, I mean, obviously leaning on each other when necessary. I mean, obviously having somebody who you can talk to, somebody who can understand you, and at the end of the day, we're on the same path. Like, and we recognize that. And like, and for me, from an outlet standpoint, like, you know, the physical, like, you know, for me is a big outlet. You know, so yeah, like, you know, stepping into, you know, being able to push your body to certain lengths, you know, is therapeutic. But then also I'm learning, you know, because again, like everything that I do, I have the ability to learn. Especially, I feel like, how can I help people move if I'm not moving and not moving optimally? So I mean, it's so no, I mean, that's keep my mind.
It's almost
right.
like a lead by example type of, you know.
For sure, bro. Like, you know, and I have the capability to. It's like, you know what I mean, like, you know, it's like, how would you want if I was looking crazy? You know, would you listen to me about health? Like, if I was 450 pounds, like, how hard? Even I could be the smartest person in the room, but I'm telling you. But I want to be able to tell people about their health, so I have to be an example. We have we got it. We got to be that example.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real. You said something really profound just now. Just off the simple fact of, even in the field of photography and videography, you can't really tell nobody about nothing if you ain't really got what you trying to, you know what I'm saying, portray together. Like, you know what I mean? If my shots ain't this, or, you know what I'm saying, my scenes aren't this, you know. So that's really like important. I mean, I can't really speak on it as much as they can, don't get me wrong, but for me, when I talk that rap shit, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You're gonna see it, like, you know what I mean? Sure. So I have this edge of competition and this edge of this because I rap like this, you know. I rap like I'm the best, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not about to just put forth my least effort. Like, you're not finna see me in the sense of just doing whatever, you know. So you're not finna be out here looking however, you know what I mean, and trying to tell somebody, you know what I mean,
the whole package, you know. And that's something I really commend you for, like, and something we were talking about before this. Like, I fuck with that so much because I feel like it's the combination of like work and confidence. Like, I mean, it's like literally, if you're putting in the work, why the fuck not would you feel like you got it? If you toiling, you putting in the work, like, how are you supposed to feel?
Dog, I'm up at 3 in the morning. I'm up at 3 in the morning trying to put this shit. I gotta get up at 6. I'm up at 3 in the morning putting this shit together. Why would I not say that I'm the nicest at putting this shit together? I don't
Definitely
understand
speaking
that.
to his love language.
No, for sure. No, bro. I love that, bro.
Incorrect?
Not at all.
How late do you? My thing is, how late do you stay up editing photos? Like, you know what I mean? Very fucking late.
Exactly.
So my thing is, why wouldn't he say niggas' photos don't look like mine?
Exactly. For sure. I mean, and it's like, but again, like, when you put that work and that belief together, it does, like, that magic happens.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like it's impossible. It's impossible for you to work every day at something consistently, be passionate about it, and not win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's physically
impossible. He's talking.
No, I'm saying, bro.
He's talking that shit, man.
I told y'all.
I told you what I came to do.
You feel me? But no, I mean, no, but I just feel, but we stop ourselves along the way,
right? Because we get told that being humble and staying like out of this, like, you know what I mean. A great philosopher by the name of Aubrey Graham once said, "Being humble don't work as well as being aware."
What is
Make sure
he
don't miss the message now.
For sure.
Don't miss being humble don't work as well as being aware. It just don't.
Right.
You feel me? Like, for me, it never has. I'm like humble shit, like, oh no, man, I'm not that, you know, I'm just out here doing my thing, blah blah blah, and then an opportunity missed me. But then when I get to talking my shit, and now everybody's like, yeah, no, like, you need to come over here because we know what you do. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm not with that bullshit, bro. That's just all it is.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Everybody's attracted to confidence. In every sense of the imagination. When y'all was hollering at shorties back in the day, when y'all still whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm just exactly.
Later on
today. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know that you and as a woman, we need to talk to you for real. You know, that
honestly,
if a man is pulling up on you and he's not confident in himself,
to be like, yo, my friend said, hey, my friend want to talk to you.
I was never that nigga, dog.
No, nobody likes that.
Out of here, weird ass boy.
Tell him to come over.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what area it's in, because you perform. You're confident. You work. You put in the work. You're confident that you actually perform at a high level. Yeah. So what they gonna say? They're gonna appreciate you because you're talking your shit. People like when you talk your shit and you the best. When Drake is talking this shit. When Michael Jordan talking to shit, when LeBron talking to shit, nobody has anything to say that like
you. You can't say anything to them because they continuously prove on a night in, night out basis why they're the fucking best.
And that's how they should be.
Learn from these people.
I'm learning. I'm listening.
Like, what? I've been here the whole time.
Hey, I'm scheduling therapy next week.
Oh, to be honest with you, I need me some, dog.
Yeah,
sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, thank you guys for coming, man. We appreciate you. This has actually been one of my favorite. No, because I'm soft and supple. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you guys for coming. This has been, y'all have been one of my favorite guests so far. Like, this is like, you know what I mean? Very informative. It's the fact that they came, but they shit ready.
Honestly,
they came, but they shit ready. You know,
stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
We were really excited. We were like, yes,
right.
You know, great minds coming together.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad that y'all were excited. I don't know who be excited to come sit over.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
For real? Excited.
We be feeling like niggas don't want to talk to us.
What?
Nah, right?
I be feeling like that.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas, like, for one, like, the setup is immaculate.
I love the loving use of niggas on this show.
Niggas is out here.
So we out here, man.
Love y'all niggas.
Let me tell y'all niggas something, man. You feel me? But, you know, I mean, but it's like, I mean, y'all are doing something amazing here. You know, and I feel like it's important for us to give each other our flowers. And it's like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, just
boost each other.
Yeah,
up.
man. It's like I see it from the camera when I'm watching on Instagram. I'm like, oh, this is fire. I'm like, y'all got the nice setup. Y'all got the plans. Y'all hard with it, and y'all are creating great conversation.
Thank you.
Outstanding conversation. You know, and y'all are excelling. Y'all excelling y'all individual fields, and y'all came together to create something beautiful, and that's dope, man. You can't.
And we're just what we are, reflections, and y'all just literally did the same thing. Well, you know what I mean. Y'all respective fields came together, created something very beautiful in Black love, and just creating a family as well. So it's great to just see, you know what I'm saying, us reflect each other, you know, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, and I guess we should just wrap up right there, man. This has been Project and fucking Reflect. You hear me?
God damn it.
You hear me? God damn it. Play my goddamn music. We getting out of here.
Yo,
yeah.
man.
Thank you.
Yes.
God, man. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.